Shalom, everybody. I have been getting lots of emails from many of you asking how can you change the payment method on your account? How can you get away from PayPal and use our new credit card processing system? Or just how do you simply just change the credit card that's on your account at all? First of all, I wanted to remind everybody, the reason we did this massive website update is because we were trying to get away from PayPal as well as Amazon Web Services, but I'll just concentrate on PayPal for the moment. Way back around election time, and even last summer, when all the riots in the United States were happening, the Father really used it to open our eyes to some of the things that PayPal was supporting, such as Antifa and Black Lives Matter. We looked into it further and found out that they are supporting slavery, the slave trade throughout the world. Beyond that, just a lot of liberal things that money goes to when you swipe your credit card with PayPal. 3 to 4% of every single transaction that happens on PayPal goes to the corporate offices of PayPal, and they take up to 10% of that. Now, that may not sound like very much but for a company like Homeschooling Torah, we're talking maybe $10,000 a year, which is unacceptable. And so we have been working really hard to get away from PayPal. The reason we have a new site is not because it's pretty, although I love it. And it's not just to make it better for you guys and easier to use, although I think it really is. But the real reason that we did it was so that we could stop sending that huge amount of money from our Torah observant, Bible loving, Yeshua loving customers to things that we know go against Torah. We have, in addition, we know that when money goes to them, they hold it for up to 3 days and they invest it, like seriously by the minute. And those investments are also making them money. And it stands to reason they're one of the richest companies in the world. I'm sure that Yehovah will take care of that and justice will reign. But in the meantime, we wanted to do what we could to make sure that your dollars and our dollars weren't going towards that. We have switched to a new bank, Evangelical Christian Credit Union, and I'm not saying they're perfect, but we do know that they send 10% of every transaction fee that you now are giving them with every purchase. They are sending that to support missionaries, Christian missionaries, Baptist, many of them, orphanages, and also rescuing people from situations of slavery and abuse and purchasing Bibles. And while they may not completely follow the Torah, we are just super happy that the money is going to a much better cause than it was before. Now, many of you have been emailing. I have probably 20 emails to answer just this afternoon, and I'm sorry for taking so long. But I simply didn't know how to help you switch off of PayPal and get to our new company, which you'll see it as authorized.net. It's going to this Christian Credit Union. I've never done this before. This is uncharted waters, and this wasn't something I could hand off to the technical department. I had to do it myself. So I've been working today to try to figure out how to do this. I made a fake subscription and used a real credit card and went through the entire process, and I've learned a lot, and now I can try to help you. The first thing you need to know that is if you want to stop using PayPal as your method of payment each month, you're going to need to cancel that PayPal subscription. But anyway, you're going to go to the My Account page, and Susan Elliott is going to go down to subscriptions. This is on her membership page. She's going to click on subscriptions, and that's going to tell you what she's subscribed to. And basically what you're going to have to do is cancel that membership and start a new membership, okay? So if you cancel and you weren't supposed to get charged until, say, middle of March, that's okay. You can still access Homeschooling Torah all the way up until your account expires, and it will show you an expiration date. And then after that, you'll have to enter new payment information or you won't be able to use the site. So simply access your membership until that happens, and then go ahead and enter the payment information on that day. That's what I would recommend instead of doing it now, and then you're going to get charged early, and that's not really fair to you. So go ahead and cancel it now. That way PayPal won't charge you because you completely forgot to go in, but you'll still be able to get into your curriculum until what you've already paid for expires. So there's no worries about that. I would go in as soon as you've watched this video and hit that cancel button so that you aren't getting charged again. And you'll get an email receipt from PayPal to tell you that Yes, indeed. You've canceled your payment, automatic recurring payment with them. Yay. Okay. So let's say then that you log in the end of the month and now you really haven't paid because you didn't have any PayPal taking more money out. So now you'll be able to go in here and it will have a thing in here where it will say resubscribe, and you can click that button. It will take you to a place where you can enter your credit card information. This time it's going to the Evangelical Christian Credit Union and not to PayPal. Yay, so it's official, okay? We have had some problem with members doing this and starting them over at month 1. That might be a little tricky. I played around with my fake Susan Elliott here today and it let her see everything that she'd already paid for, but I also have other members that hasn't. I'm not sure what to do about that. I just want you to know that we are checking all the payments every single day and doing our best to make sure everything is straight. But I am missing things. I guess you could call it old age or just busyness, but I'm trying very hard to use a list. I just ask you to please be patient with us. Send us an email if there is any problem, and we will get back with you within just a few, a day or so at the most, and we'll make sure that you can access what you've paid for. Now, let's answer a question about logging in. Do you have to use your email address that you've had with PayPal? This is a really common question. Some people are using their husband's PayPal addresses and or PayPal accounts, and it goes to their husband's work email, and they never get anything from us. You are welcome to change your email address now. You can do that either on the info page here and go down and change your email address, or you can do it up here on the account page as well. And either way, it says proceed with caution. This is how we find you in our system. But I've been playing around with it, and as long as you'll help us out, if your old membership was under your husband's PayPal address and now you're on your email address, maybe just mention that when you email and say, you know what, you might find us in your system under this, but we'll do our best to hunt you up. We have a really great search tools, and we'll do our best to find you in the system. Okay. Do you have to sign in with an email? No. If you'd like to, you can now sign in with your what they call a username. So if you're, I'm trying to think where I would have that at. Maybe it's under profile. Somewhere on here, there's a username. There it is. Nickname is what they call it. You can sign in with your nickname if you don't remember which email address is associated with your account. That's cool. So there's lots of ways to sign in now, and they should all work. What if it doesn't recognize your email address or any username that you put in, and you were a member of Homeschooling Torah before? Why isn't it finding you? Well, quite simply, we imported around 18,000 transactions into our new system, and I think we've missed a few. So if it's not finding you, but you know you were a member, send us an email. Okay, we'll look you up, we'll get you started, we'll help you out. You could also join our community forum. That would make you a user in our system, and it would give you a way to come in here and join. Or another option would be to, let's see, joining the community forum. You can come up here to the community button, or let me go over to Homeschooling Torah real quick. Homeschooling Torah's own website. You can join the community up here, or you can scroll down and join it here. Or you can scroll all the way to the bottom and join it here. So any of those places are a place you can join our community forum. Even if you're not ready to become a paid Homeschooling Torah member today or to reactivate your old subscription, you can still join the forum, and you can be talking to parents, and you can get ideas for when school starts next summer. That's a pretty cool idea. The transition period is going to be over soon. The next month or so, I think we're going to get all of these payments worked out, and everything is going to be really awesome. I thank you, everyone, for your patience. Let us know if there is something we can do to help you out. We're all going through this transition, and we will try to get your email answered as quickly as possible. We do have a lot of them right now, but we're trying really hard to keep up. All right, shalom, and thank you for everything.